Hi, I'm Mary Egbert from Kamash Handspun Yarns, and I'm going to show you how to felt soap today. What you're going to get in your kit is you're going to get a bar of handmade, wonderful, luscious soap. This smells so good and it's so full of good oils for your skin. This is really wonderful. So it's handmade soap. And then you're going to get a nylon, and I'll show you in a little bit what you're going to do with this. You're going to get a piece of bubble wrap, and you're going to put the bubble wrap with the bubble side up. And then you're going to get a piece of wool roving. What you're going to need is, I would recommend that you put a towel down on the counter that you're going to be doing your felted soap on. You're going to need 2 containers. You want one with really cold water and one with really hot water. You're going to want a spoon because you have to push down the soap into the hot water and you don't want to burn your hands. If you're doing this with a little child, make sure and help them with that hot water. Okay, so first we're going to do is put the boiling water in the container. Okay, then you want to take your wool roving, and if it's really thick, you're going to want to split it in half. Okay, and the next thing you're going to want to do is open up those fibers so you don't have such a thick piece of wool on the soap. So just kind of open it up until it's kind of flat. Okay, so with the soap, you want to cover these corners, and you want to start at the corner, wrap around the opposite corner, and then come around, and then wrap the soap so it's completely covered. There we go. So now it's going to be kind of fluffy and kind of puffy, but this will, the wool will shrink and it will attach to the soap. Okay, so I'm going to take my nylon, and I'm going to put my hand inside the nylon, and I'm going to be like kind of like a puppet. So I'm going to hold the soap and then bring the nylon back over the soap. So now the soap is trapped in the nylon and we have a nice firm hold on it. Alright, so we're going to dip it in the hot water. Push it down with your spoon, let it soak. Again, watch these little kids with this. Okay, then you're going to take it and put it in the cold water. And by putting it in the cold water, it's going to shock the wool and it's going to start that felting process. And then also it's going to cool it down that you're going to be able to touch the soap. Alright, so it's still kind of hot, so I'm going to let it sit in there for another second. Let it soak up that water. Alright, so I'm going to squeeze out any excess water. And then I'm going to put the soap on the bubble wrap, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And you just want to rub it, and you want to rub it on all sides. Usually with felting projects, you have to add soap to the wool to make it felt, but since you're doing it on soap, you don't need to do that because this soap is going to already be in the wool. And you're going to do this for a few minutes. So the friction of the soap will make these wool fibers adhere to themselves, and that's what felting is. The fibers adhere to themselves and become a sheet of felt. And that's why you don't want to take wool yarn or wool sweaters and wash them in the washer and put soap in there and agitate them, because that's what felts them, is the agitation with the soap, and that's what this is. This is agitation. Alright, so after a few minutes, we may want to do it longer than that. We're going to take this stocking off. And you may have, some of the pieces of the fiber may stick to the stocking, just pull it off. And the fiber has shrunk around the soap. And you can continue felting it if you like to make the fiber shrink a little bit more. If you find that it's not adhering well, you may just want to throw the soap down and just get some, further agitation so this attaches. Alright, so once you have your soap felted, You're going to let it dry, and then you're going to use this in the shower and just wash yourself. Just get it wet and wash it. And this, the wool acts like a little scrubby, kind of like an exfoliant kind of thing. And this is really great. And then just set it back in your soap dish and let it dry. Once the soap is all gone, you can use the empty thing of wool to maybe be a face scrubby, or you can use it to scrub out your bathtub. So there you go, felted soap. To really finish off the soap, you may just want to put it between your hands and just rub it. And it'll get all foamy, and then you can get all around the edges. So once the fibers adhere inside the nylon, you can take it out and finish it this way. And then the wool will shrink even more. You know, the more friction you give it, the better it's going to felt. There, that's a nice one.